The following portion of Ozarks Fox AM is sponsored by Lucas Oil Speedway.
The inaugural Kubota High Limit Racing Diamond Classic is today and tomorrow at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. Joining us now is driver extraordinaire Brent Marks. Brent, so good to see you. Good morning.
It's great to see you all. Thanks for having me on.
All right, so are you so excited about this weekend's activities?
Yeah, I am. It's going to be an exciting weekend. You know, Lucas Oil Speedway is a beautiful venue, and it's going to be my first time there. So I'm really excited to see what kind of racing we can put on, and it's going to be a great event. You know, a great opportunity for us to showcase our series and our sport. You know, in the area, and at Lucas Oil Speedway, it's going to be really fun.
Well, we are excited to have you out in Wheatland. Would you say that, racing was in your blood from a very young age?
Yeah, it was. I was kind of born into it, and even though I'm a first generation racer, but you know, my family was involved in sprint car racing, as you know, a little bit of sponsorship and helping on a car at our local racetrack. And so I grew up in the infield playing with my toy sprint cars and being at the races all the time. And you know, I got my start at 9 years old in go-karts and just really worked my way through my career all the way up to racing professionally with you know, in sprint cars with high limit sprint car series. So it's been a great journey, and very fortunate to be where I'm at today. And you know, we travel the country, have a lot of fun racing, and you know, get to live my dream and make a living at it. So it's really cool.
That's really awesome, but there's a big difference between those go-karts and then the sprint car racers,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So do you still get nervous, excited, and how does your family feel? I bet they're nervous for you every time too. Like, they want you to win, but you know, it is a sport.
Yeah, I think they get more nervous than I do. You know, there's times where you have some situations that, you know, you might get worked up a little bit, but you know, I've been doing it for so long, and you know, I have the experience behind me to kind of get through those moments, and I really don't get the nerves as much as I used to. So you know, it's just another race. It's another day. We go out there and perform at the top level, and you know, we just you know, once you get started and that adrenaline starts kicking in, you know, all your worries and nerves just kind of dwindle away. So it's crazy, you know, how that works. But yeah, we go out there, like I said, we compete at the highest level, and go out there and try to win races and put on a good show for all the fans.
Do you have any sort of like preparation or rituals that you make sure you do before every single race? Or like you said, is it just that you let the adrenaline take over and go?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much. The only thing I do is I just put my equipment on a certain way.
Oh.
You know, so I don't want to. I usually don't try to mess up that sequence. But other than that, I don't really have any other rituals or anything like that. So we're just, you know, show up to the racetrack, and you know, with one mindset, and that's to go out there and try to win races, and you know, try to keep that mindset throughout the whole night, and limit the distractions, and you know, my sole focus is performing. So that's what I concentrate on.
So can you tell us about the point system? So you're currently in third with the
Yes.
Kubota High Limit Racing points. How did the points work, and what are you hoping to gain this weekend?
Well, you know, the points are very close, and it's hard to gain a whole lot of points with the structure. But you know, whenever, you know, if you win a race, you get I don't know the exact amount of points, but I just know when you win a race, and then the difference between first and second is 4 points, and then it's a 2-point drop thereafter. So you know, I'm competing against Brad Sweet and Tyler Courtney right now for the top two spots in points. So you know, we're all running around the top 3, top 5 about every race. So it's so hard to gain points on them guys. But
Yeah.
you know, you really kind of have to hope for some bad nights for your competition. As much as you don't wish that on anybody, it's you know, it's what's going to help you out. You got to try to outperform these guys every night, but you know, you also need them to have a couple bad nights every once in a while to really closing up that gap. So The hour point structure is very, very difficult to go out there and win these championships. Very, very, very difficult. So makes it super challenging. But it's really cool. It's cool how they have it structured. It's cool how the high limit sprint car series is structured, and our formats, and just everything that they have going on. It just brings a lot of excitement to the sport.
Where can our viewers go to learn more about you, Brent? Maybe your backstory and just, the sprint car racing.
Yeah, I mean, you go to BrentMarksRacing.com. Follow me on social medias. Just search Brent Marks on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and I'll pop up. So, we try to stay active as much as we can on social media, and give a little bit of a background of my life and what it's like, being out there on a sprint car tour nationwide. So, it's just a lot of cool opportunities, and even at you come to the races, especially this, tonight at Lucas Oil Speedway, come up and talk to me. We're very, we're very open and easy to access at our races. So, you can come up, talk to me, have a conversation, ask about my background, just anything. So
awesome. That's so great. You're so approachable. We love that. You're approachable and you're a good guy, and we hope you win. Best of luck tonight and tomorrow at Lucas Oil Speedway. Come back and let us know how you did.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks so much. The preceding portion of Ozarks Fox AM was sponsored by Lucas Oil Speedway.